Hey guys, just wanted to show off a few things with the city that I've been working on for the last 4 or 5 days. So essentially what I did was I'd been looking up ways to take care of traffic issues. So I looked up a lot of videos on traffic flow, how to fix traffic issues, so on and so forth. And one of the things that really caught my attention was the idea of the superblock. So the superblock, there's a video that I'll put a description or a link for below, but he goes into the idea of the superblock, how it works, and what city they're actually trying it in real life. So I decided to give it a try in this new city that I started. So essentially the start area for this map is right here. That's where you start. So of course that's the first area that I started in. I essentially started with this super block right here for my residential. And then I had this built out for my commercial and this built out for my industrial. Now I did make one mistake here, and I just didn't bother to, destroy it all and fix it, because it's not really that big of an issue, because even with that mistake, I still don't have any major traffic issues, but it would have been more efficient if I had my industry over here, simply because I have my traffic flow basically European style. It's left-handed traffic. I'm so used to right-handed traffic that I put my commercial district over here, my industrial district over here, when I should have flipped the two. And I'll show you why. So we'll get into the super blocks in a little bit. I want to first show you how I did my my highway connections. So essentially each of these, I guess I'll call them districts, these huge things right here, they're not actual city skylines districts. I haven't actually set up districts yet. But for all intents and purposes for this video, I'll call this entire section here a district. This is a district over here. This whole thing is actually a district. And then this over here. So essentially each district has two ways in and two ways out. So once again, this is left-handed traffic. So left-handed traffic comes in here and in here. And then they also go out here and out here onto the highway. The reason that this is set up the way that it is, and there's another video that I will link to that showed me this whole concept in the first place, which is giving your commercial and your industrial sections dedicated on and off ramps to the highway, as close as possible to the highway. So that's the motif or the theme that I carried throughout the entire city. Here's my commercial, which once again should have been my industry, because I want traffic and trucks and stuff like that importing goods into the city to come directly into the industrial section and then go to the commercial section. But like I said, it's the opposite here. So essentially what happens is trucks and heavy traffic comes in here, goes across here, and they do whatever they need to do between the commercial and the industrial sections. My residents come in and go bypass all this heavy traffic here, and they go into the residential areas here. You can see that's copied over here. Here's my industrial, and I did it correctly this time. I have my traffic coming in directly into the industrial section, and then they can cut across over to commercial if they need to, using this bridge here. It's copied over here. 2 ways in, 2 ways out. This section over here only has 1 way in and 1 way out, because it's not really a true separate district on its own. It's just more low density housing. And then my commercial district is all over here, and here's my industry all over here, as you can see. There we go. That helps you see. have a lot of high density residential here, commercial here, and I'm sorry, commercial here, industry here. Anyway, the superblock. So this is the way the superblock works. You have a two-way perimeter all the way on the outside of the block. So all of this is two-way traffic that can go left and right. And then you have one-way streets in between, except for this center block here. So this is another area where traffic can go in any direction that it pleases, but everywhere else in the block, they have to go in a specific direction. And that really does cut down on a lot of traffic. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a little bit, because I'll go ahead and hit play so that you can actually see the traffic flow. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. Let me go ahead and get this going so you can actually see. So my traffic flow, average traffic flow, hovers around 80%, and I'll go ahead and fast forward this so you can actually see how this works. I rarely ever have any actual backups where traffic is just standstill. I haven't actually seen it yet, unless I've screwed up something, like I screwed up an intersection. But I've got heavy traffic everywhere, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it goes to a standstill. It's always flowing. Like I said, this section over here is not even optimized. I have my commercial and my industry in the wrong areas. I should have had my commercial over here, or my commercial over here, and I should have had my industry on this side over here. This is optimized over here for the most part, as far as where the placement of my industry and commercial is. Same thing over here. Over here, traffic is a little bit heavy over here because I do have high density in this section right here. A lot of high density there, a lot of high density over here, a lot of offices and some regular industry over here. And then over here I have a lot of high density, but I optimized all of my roads in this section because I wanted to see how that would work if I had all 6-lane streets throughout the entire city. And the way that I did these over here too is that you notice that there are little spaces here. That's just in case I do want to upgrade my blocks or upgrade my streets and make them 6-lane or 4-lane. That way the standard 4 depth blocks will just fill in this space here, and that's it. So I have space to expand all my streets if I need to. But as you can see, traffic flow is pretty awesome for the population that I have. I'm going to expand over here and over into this area over here eventually, and I'm going to try to get my population over 100,000. But so far so good. I've never gotten my population this high without having serious traffic issues, and this is the first time I've ever seen my city work well, where it doesn't back up, there's no standstill traffic, everything seems to be functioning pretty well. Ignore my income right now, that bounces back and forth. It goes up to positive 18,000 a week, and then sometimes it dips down to negative 10,000. Not really exactly sure what the causes are for it yet, but like I said, it just fluctuates a lot, and I think it really depends on my population. Like right now my population is rebounding, so this should probably come back in a little bit as my population stabilizes. And actually that's exactly what's happening. So that's really about it. That's all I wanted to really show you. Once again, Superblocks, pretty awesome. It doesn't look the greatest, but once again, I'm going to start filling in areas. I just wanted to get the basics down of the Superblock first before I start filling in more curved streets over here and filling out this area over here. I may just leave that area blank right there. And once again, I'm going to build more into this area. This industrial section is actually going to connect over into here. And this is going to be more commercial over here. I'm sorry, not commercial. I keep saying commercial. Industrial. So this industrial section over here is going to cross over and become more industry over here. That's really about it. Traffic flow, really, really optimized. I don't even have the mass transit DLC yet, and still having, great traffic flow even without the mass transit DLC. So if you have the mass transit DLC, I'm pretty sure you can optimize your traffic even better than what I have here. And once again, like I said, I made a mistake here, so that's why the traffic's a little wonky over here, but even so, I don't have any backups. Traffic never stops flowing, which is exactly what you want. I mean, you'll always have red or high traffic flow in certain areas, but as long as your traffic does not stop, as long as it does not back up and, completely screw up everything on your highways, you're good to go. So, like I said, just wanted to share that with you. The Superblocks do work. So if you've been wondering if Superblocks will work for you in the way that you lay out your city, it really does. And once again, this is just a basic Superblock. You can probably make this as complicated, or you can make it flow a lot better aesthetically with the land as you want. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, put them in the comments below, and send me a like.